This video will walk you through how to set up a long-term event message in Welcome Home. To access Welcome Home, go to System Configuration, Reports, and the Welcome Home dashboard. Once you have gotten to the Welcome Home dashboard, to access the area related to long-term event messages, either click on the LT Event Messages button under the Messaging Features, or select LT Event Messages from the Messaging drop-down menu. Once you've gotten into the main screen of the long-term event messages, you will see a list of messages on the left that you have already created. To add a message to this list, click on the New Message Rule button. When creating a new message, the first thing you want to do is to name your rule. Whatever you enter in this field is what will appear in the left-hand side of the screen when you go into the main long-term event message screen. This is not what your guest sees. Please be sure when you name your rule, you name it descriptive enough so that you can recognize it for future use. Next, you'll want to determine what category your message falls under, administrative, financial, or marketing. And then you'll need to pick which type of message you want to send, either email or text message. Please keep in mind if you're using the light version of Welcome Home, you will only have the option of sending an email message. The text message option is available in Welcome Home Complete. Once you have determined your message type, you'll need to pick which reservation event you would like to tie your message to. Keep in mind that whatever you select under the reservation event heading is what will need to occur in order to trigger your message. So for the options we have for long-term messages, you can trigger your message to go out when a lease is created, when a payment is due, when a late fee has been applied, when a payment has been received, or when it's time to renew the lease. For each one of these options, you can determine when your message will be sent out. And timing options will vary based on the reservation event that you choose. For example, if you choose lease created, this message is going to be sent out based on when the new lease is made. So for this option, you cannot select to send your message out before the lease is created, so you'll only need to check to send it out after the lease is created. You can choose to send it out hours, days, or months after the lease has been created. With a payment due reminder message, you can choose to send out a message to remind your guests to pay their rent, guest charges, or custom charges. And with each type of payment, you can choose to send it out before or after the payment is due, and how many days or months you would like to send it out, before or after, again, the payment is due. If you choose the reservation event late fee applied, you will notice there are no timing options that display. That's because the late fee applied is based on the timing that you have set up under System Configuration, Company, Long Terms, and Late Charge Day. So to look at that, if you go to System Config, Company, and then click on the Long Terms tab, you will see a field that says Late Charge Day. The number selected from this drop-down will be the date that the late fee charge is applied to your reservation when the nightly jobs run that night if the current month's rent has not been paid. So for example, if you have 4 selected from this drop-down menu, on the 4th day of the month, if the rent has not been paid, when the nightly jobs run, a late charge will automatically be applied to the reservation. Once a late charge has been applied to the reservation, on the 5th of the month, the email that you're creating here, if you've selected late fee applied as your reservation event, will be triggered to be sent to your guests. For the payment received reservation event, if you select it, again, you'll notice that there are no timing options available. This is because your email or text message will automatically be sent when the payment has been received. And the final reservation event you can select to tie your message to is the lease renewal reminder. And again, you can select here to send your message out before the lease expires, days or months before it expires. And if you need additional information about any of the reservation events, if you click on the blue question mark, it will give you additional details. Once you have decided what type of message you would like to create and what reservation event you would like to tie your message to, you next need to compose your message. If you're sending out an email, you'll need to enter a subject and the body of your email. If you're sending out a text message, you will only need to enter a body as a subject is not required. For the messages that you're creating, if you click on the Show Long-Term Tags button, you will see a list of tags you can add into your email or text message to customize it, giving specific information about that reservation, the guest staying in the property, or the property itself. Additionally, depending on what type of message you're sending related to the reservation event, there are other specific tags you can choose to add into your email to give out more information about the event that your message is tied to. So, for example, if you're sending out a message tied to a payment received, you can choose to insert the tag letting the guest know how much was received and when the payment was received. Tied to the late fee event, you can select the tag letting them know how much the late fee is going to be, what the late fee is going to be for. If you're sending out a message tied to a payment being due, you can insert a table letting them see what needs to be paid, what's past due, etc. Once you have finished creating your message, click the Save rule and the message will be saved in your long-term message screen. Once you have your message saved, in order to have your message sent, you'll need to apply your message to your properties. There's a second video walking you through how to apply your messages to your properties. If you have any questions about how to create a message, please feel free to contact our help desk at help@vrmgr.com.